Mental Health Monday.
Another episode of Mental Health Monday. Mental Health Monday.
I mean, I feel you, and that's my kind of gripe with doctorate. And I had that conversation with my colleagues. I got doctorate friends, and they're like, well, you know, Trey, like, you doing everything that you would probably do after the doctorate. So it's like, you know,
Speaking engagements.
yeah, you're doing everything. I said, well, you know, I understand that. I said, but I think there's another level. There's another level to unlock, and I'm just.
You need to plan that other level out, buddy. I'm just it doesn't sound cool, right?
Right.
But like really think about this, right? So you have a grad, a master's, undergrad, grad. Doctorate is the only level you could really go up to. There's no level above doctorate, right?
No.
What do doctors do differently from what you're doing now?
What the doctors do?
Yeah.
Not much difference. Not much difference aside research with that.
You've already done research, right?
In a sense.
You could do research without a
I can
doctorate,
do
right?
research with them, yes.
You have research friends. I know you have research
Yeah,
friends.
absolutely.
We've talked about them, right? And you don't need them to be analytical because you're already a very analytical person. Like, I've heard you drop numbers in convos, right? So what value does having a doctorate bring you outside of your pride or your goals? Does it open a new door? We get the paperwork to open new doors. And those new doors better be singing songs like I Can Show You the World from Aladdin.
Yeah.
So
so two things. One, it legitimizes.
Yeah.
Right. And
the legitimate person that made a difference in the community already?
Yeah, but it's just icing on the cake.
Okay.
So like, I don't want a regular yellow cake. I want icing on it too, right? Yeah. So
Don't drop that yellow cake.
And don't drop the yellow cake.
Yeah.
You know, put some icing on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But also too, here's the thing. I envision national change around access to mental health.
Okay.
National change around national access to mental health for Black community and Black men, right? On a national and state level.
Yeah.
I could probably do that definitely here at this level if I continue to grind and, you know, network and meet my resources. But I want to say, by the time I leave this earth,
Yeah.
that I affect the change at the highest level possible and maximize it at the highest effort I can, academically, community, everything. That is what it is, right? And the vision never changes.
Yeah.
You know, so my next goal, I think because you asked me this earlier, my next goal is federal and state.
Okay. So after the 5 years, that's the next goal.
Yeah.
I didn't want to touch that one yet. I was like, I feel like it's too fresh, and you get into your academic stride. But and we've talked about this before.
Right.
We've talked about this before and why that needs to change.
Yeah. Ain't nobody up there looking like us.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody up there that understands the mental health.
Ain't nobody up there thinking like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nobody can speak to community, clinical, policy related in that capacity.
Unless it's in a book.
That's in the book, and the book could be wrong sometimes. So I don't know how long I'll be in academia, for real. I mean, I have committed to 5, at least.
Yeah.
And my leadership know that. I've also accepted the opportunity I might be there until I retire, right? Because I do enjoy the space. But I do know that the next goal is state and federal policy legislation, which is something I've been wanting to do since getting my MSW.
And I'm gonna have to pull up to you after 5 years, like, open up.
Right.
Yeah, now open up. You said 5 years. Your time is up.
It depends
It'll
on where
pick you up.
Depends on where it's at.
Okay.
Depends on where it's at. Depends on where this program is at. Because I want to make sure this program is built in a way that makes safe and sustainable Black social workers. So that's my first priority.
Yeah.
But my long-term priority,
Okay.
is I'm trying to get to the highest level to affect change. And when that affect change and things happen on there, I'm gonna ride out to the sunset. I'm gonna go into my coffee shop. Don't ask me nothing else about social work, mental health, anything.
Coffee.
It's coffee.
Coffee.
And that's a limited. I'm not talking about doing mental health and social work in my 50s and 60s. No.
Yeah.
No.
I did the work for you guys. I'll be chilling over here sipping my coffee.
I am going to do my best to do it at the highest level. I'm going to leave the template. I'm going to hopefully set up the future so they can take it, build what we've done, and run with it.
The goal is to be able to become the comfortable consumer who sees that the world has changed and the cup of coffee tastes better than it did 20 to 30 to 50 years ago.
And getting the funding that's needed for these programs that Biden's office is doing, how are you going to meet the demand for the professionals?
Correct.
To do it, because this is not easy work.
Yeah.
And to find a licensed professional, to create a licensed professional from start to finish, fully licensed, not restricted.
Yep.
7 to 10 years.
Not restricted.
Not restricted.
7 to 10 years.
Not restricted.
That's the equivalent of going to high school and college.
Yeah. Not restricted. I'm talking about not restricted, meaning they can practice independently and bill independently and do what they work there independently with their license.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If not, they're going to be under somebody. They got to get a sign off on. They got to get their hours, things like that.
Yeah.
So that's my other gripe with just mental health policy. And that's why I want to get to that higher level to affect change. Because I need y'all making policies, y'all throwing money at these places. They threw money at the opioid epidemic, right? But they didn't throw money at the mental health support for opioid epidemic. Here is why we still have an issue today.
Yeah. There was never any support for the people recovering.
Yeah. They were just, here's the,
we gave you guys money. I don't see what the issue is.
We gave you this drug to use.
They're giving money to the same companies that made the mistakes.
Exactly.
So imagine getting paid for your mistake.
I wish.
You're never going to change your mistake.
Yeah.
You're just going to sit on and be like, we changed the mistake by stopping making the drug. And it's like, that's not change.
You created the monster.
Yeah. You saw they came out with the whole opioid thing on Netflix this past weekend.
I've been hearing some stuff about that.
It's out there.
I heard it's good.
Yeah, I'm not watching it yet.
I heard it. That's the painkiller one?
Yeah.
I heard it's good.
Yeah, it's there. It's out.
Yeah.
It's out. It's out and about. That's gonna be a hard watch, man. That's gonna be a hard watch.
Yes.
Because there's so many ways that plays out in different people's lives. And it's like, a lot of people are very private about a lot of their family stuff and what they've gone through. And when it comes to these episodes, you just don't know whose family it really affected directly by these decisions.
Exactly.